Olamide stood in the middle of his room, staring at Eshu. For a second, he wished he was a supernatural like the god, not feeling any pain or discomfort after the whirlwind in motion. Olamide's human body ached like he had just gone 12 rounds with a spirit wrestler, and his shirt, dear God, was a disaster. It reeked of pepper and sweat. His legs were sore, his ego was bruised, and his soul missing in action. Panic set in. He had left his phone at home because he thought he would be back quickly. With shaking hands, he snatched up his phone on his rumpled bed, where he had dropped it to prevent it from being stolen. 37 missed calls. His boss had sent threatening obituaries as text messages. 7:30 a.m. Where are you? 10 a.m. If you don't call me in 10 minutes, don't bother coming back. 1 p.m. Olamide, are you mad? 5:45 p.m. I hope you are safe, not because I care, just so I can kill you myself. Olamide dropped the phone like it was possessed. His career, the one he did not like, finished, buried, forgotten like last year's election promises. His chest tightened. His shelter was barely secure. But now he might have no job. He needed fresh air. Maybe he should just run away and start life again in Ibadan. He needed clink. The sound of something dropping onto his wooden table snapped him out of his downward spiral. He turned slowly. Eshu was chilling in his chair like a man who owned the building. His legs were crossed, hands lazily tossing cowries in the air like a bored-rich kid playing with his allowance. Eshu grinned. Congratulations, bridge boy, your first payment. Olamide stared at the cowries, then at Eshu. He swallowed the urge to scream. He wanted to fling the cowries in the air or outside his room, anywhere but not here. Eshu, I am really sorry to say this, but are you normal? Eshu's grin widened. Debatable, but let's focus on the money. Olamide stared at the cowries, then at Eshu, then back at the cowries. You do know we stopped using this, right? Olamide said. Eshu picked up a cowrie, inspecting it dramatically. And you do know people used to walk everywhere before cars existed. But here we are. Olamide could feel his headache multiply. Eshu, I need real money. Naira, dollars, Bitcoin, PayPal. Not history project artifacts. Eshu simply grinned before he sighed deeply, like he was tired of Olamide's lack of spiritual understanding. Ha! Bridge boy, you lack vision. Olamide's patience was on life support. Vision? My bank account is empty. My job is gone. My landlord is tolerating me only because I saved his son. I don't need vision. I need alert from Zenith Bank. Eshu tilted his head, amused. Ha! But bridge boy, you will fail to see the true value in what you've been given. I'd love to stay and watch your unemployment story unfold, but... He glanced down at Olamide's pepper-stained, battle-damaged clothes and sighed dramatically. I can't be seen with someone looking this tragic. Olamide gaped at him. Did you not see what I went through in that market? My life was almost collected. Eshu waved a dismissive hand. Ha! You survived, didn't you? Then, with a flick of his wrist, he vanished into thin air, leaving behind only the cowries and a very broke, angry, and jobless Olamide. Silence filled the room. Olamide dropped onto his bed, staring at the ceiling. If suffering had a name, it was him. And tomorrow, he had to face his boss, or almost ex-boss. He groaned loudly.